thanks so much for visiting my channel, Movement with Cailin. Today's video is part 4 of a series we're doing called a Stay-at-Home Pilates series, where we focus on different areas of the body to relieve pain, tightness, and tension. So today's area is focusing on the upper back. So if you have a lot of tightness in your upper back, most likely you have more rounded shoulders, maybe a forward head posture. When this happens here in the upper body, we have less mobility in our upper back and upper spine. So what we really want to do is find those shoulders being open and back, more width here in the chest and the collarbone. So we're going to work on that today. If you watched the neck and shoulder video, which was video number 2, you'll notice that a few of the exercises from there have been carried over into today's video. And that's because a lot of the stiffness in the upper back is connected to tightness and lack of mobility in the shoulders. So doing them here again today will help you find even more relief and ease of movement in the upper back. I want you to, you're gonna come to seated position on the floor here. I want you to grab something like a blanket. I have a yoga blanket here I have folded up, or you can use a yoga bolster or a large pillow or towel, and just make sure you're in a nice comfortable seated position so you can sit up nice and tall. We're going to come to a seated position. I want you to come onto something. I have a yoga blanket folded up under me, or just grab a large towel or even a yoga block or bolster or pillow, just so you can sit up in a comfortable position. We're going to start first by doing some side flexion or side bending to kind of open up the ribs and the side body. So I want you to bring your left hand to the floor, and you're going to bring this right arm up to the ceiling, and you're going to start to flex over towards your left. So shoulders are down and back. Your right hip stays grounded as you reach here. Now I want you to hold this, and I want you to take an inhale and breathe into your right rib cage. So imagine you're trying to expand that rib cage even more to the right. So take a deep breath in as you inhale, and then exhale, release. One more like that, deep breath in, inhale, and exhale, release. I want you to come back up to seated, and we're just gonna flow to the side, still staying on that same side. I want you to inhale, arm lifts up as you reach up and over, and then exhale as you come back to center. Good, inhale, arm lifts, lengthen out of your waistline before you come over, and then up. Good, 2 more just like that. And with any of these, if you wanna take it for a little bit longer, feel free to pause the video and just continue this for as long as you need. On this last one, we're gonna hold here, and I want you to twist just your upper body. So you're gonna rotate your upper body so it's almost like you're trying to square your shoulders off towards the floor. So your pelvis and your lower spine aren't moving. You should feel this nice stretch here through the back of the ribs and through the upper back, reaching those fingers long in front of you. One more deep breath, inhale. Exhale, open back up facing the video, and then go ahead and lift back up to center. We're gonna do all that on the other side. So right fingers now will come down to the floor. Lift that left arm up to the ceiling, find some opening on that left side. I want you to hold this stretch here first, shoulders down. I want you to breathe now into this left side rib cage. So inhale, expands the ribs, and then exhale, let it all go. Do that one more time. Inhale, deep breath in, and exhale. Beautiful. Now go ahead and bring yourself back up to center, and then we're gonna flow a little bit here. So we're gonna inhale, arm lifts as you reach up and overhead. And then exhale as you bring it back to center. And inhale, lengthen as you lift out of the waistline, up and over, and back to center. Let's do 2 more on this side. Again, finding that movement and mobility just from the upper spine. Last one. hold it here. Now rotate your spine so your upper body is now trying to square off towards the floor. And then reach those fingers long in front of you. This side is definitely a lot more tighter than my other side. Last breath here, inhale. Good. And go ahead and bring yourself back to face the video and then lift yourself all the way back up. All right. Forgot to mention at the beginning, make sure you have a roller. We're going to actually move on to that now. So if you need to pause your video to grab your roller, go ahead and do that here. We can place our blanket off to the side. And we're going to bring our roller so it's perpendicular with our mat towards the top edge of our mat. And we're gonna keep our feet on the floor with our knees bent and bring the back of our rib cage is now gonna be on the roller here, okay? I want you to go ahead and bring your hands behind your head. So I want you to support your head in your hands so that your neck doesn't have any tension. And with your head supported, I want you to inhale and start to bring your upper body over the roller. And then exhale, you're gonna bring yourself back up. So this is really a nice way to get some nice mobility here in that upper spine, in that upper back, as well as giving yourself a little mini massage in that area as well. So inhale, open, maybe expand the elbows out to the side a little bit here, and then exhale, draw the shoulders down the back as you lift up. Let's do 3 more here. Inhale, open and expand, and exhale, lift. Last 2. Moving with that breath. Last one, inhale, open. And exhale to lift. All right, go ahead and bring your arms here down by your sides. We're gonna come onto your side now. So go ahead and prop that roller back off to the side. Grab your blanket again or your towel or pillow. You're gonna place your right ear on the pillow as you lay on your right side. So we're gonna do what's called telescope arms here. Find a little bit more rotation in this upper body. So hips are stacked on top of each other, knees are stacked. They're gonna stay that way. Reach your arms long in front of you, and I want you to reach this top arm forward first, stretching that shoulder blade away from your spine. And I'll start to drag this top arm along the bottom as you bend the elbow, twist open just the upper body. As you bring the arm across, open the arm out back behind you. And then we're gonna reverse that as you bend the elbow, bring the arm across, and then back to that starting position. So we're gonna inhale, reach here. Exhale as you bend the elbow, drag it across the body. Try to keep those hips where they are as you just twist that upper body, upper spine, and then bend the elbow and bring it across. Good, reach those fingers long. Let's do one more on this side. Again, take the time here to pause the video if you want to do a few more here. On this last one, I want you to hold it open. So hold the arms out to the sides. I want you to take an inhale here. And then exhale, see if you can sink that left shoulder down just a little bit more, opening through that chest, finding more of that twist. One more deep breath, inhale. And exhale, release. And then bend that elbow to bring the arm back across. And we're gonna do all of that on the other side. So you can either just flip yourself over, or you can do what I'm doing, which is go ahead and move your towel or blanket to your other side of your mat. And go ahead and lay down on that left side. So here, go ahead and bring again the top arm onto the bottom, straight arms, knees are bent. Go ahead and inhale as you reach that top arm long, and then start to bend the elbow as we bring it across. And we open that chest as we open that arm. Your head can look back towards that right hand as you rotate. And then go ahead and bring the arm back across as you bend the elbow, and then straighten here. And then we'll do that again. So try here again to keep those hips and knees exactly as they are. It's harder for me on this side to do that, so I must be a little bit tighter here. And then go ahead and bend the elbow, bring it across, and straighten and reach. We've got one more here, unless you want to take some time to pause and do some more. Open the arm and hold it here. So I want you to take 2 deep breaths. Take an inhale. And then exhale, sink that right shoulder farther down towards the floor. One more deep breath in, inhale. And exhale. Good, now bring that arm back across as you bend the elbow and straighten. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and come up to a seated position for, we're gonna do what's called spine stretch forward. So grab your roller again. If you don't have a roller, you can do this sitting against a wall or just do it in space without any roller or wall. It just is a little bit easier to feel where you're at when you have something behind you. So you're gonna sit up nice and tall. You're gonna have that roller behind you so that your back of your pelvis is touching the roller. And you're ideally trying to get your ribs back there as well. However, I want you to focus mostly on your pelvis. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Legs are about mat distance apart. I want you to take an inhale here. Exhale, keep your pelvis planted to the roller or the wall as you round forward. So you're feeling this nice stretch in the upper spine and upper back. And then you're gonna stack your spine back up. Inhaling up nice and tall. And then exhale, chin to chest, round forward. So you're pulling the belly back as you reach the upper body over in the opposite direction. And then we stack back up. That roller here might fall back behind you. That's okay if it does. You can either leave it there or go ahead and readjust. Exhale forward. And inhale, lift, shoulders down. Let's do one more, rounding forward, pelvis on the roller, belly pulls back, and then lift back up. All right, we're gonna add a rotation. Now that we've rotated the upper spine already, we're gonna add that here in the seated position. So arms are gonna come out to the side. We're gonna do an exercise called saw. So we're gonna rotate to your left, arms come with you, and then you round forward over that left leg as you reach the fingers on the outside of your left toe, and then go ahead and lift back up to that nice tall position. Come through center, rotate to your other side. And we round forward, pull the belly back, and then we lift back up nice and tall. Come through center, over to the other side, round forward. Now getting some nice mobility here in that upper back as we continue that rotation. Exhale, round. And lift, one more each side. And lengthen, last one to your right. And lifting back up. Good, go ahead and bring your arms down by your side. Very nice. We're gonna come into some work facing the floor now. Coming into we're gonna start with a rest pose with our arms on the roller. So you're gonna go ahead and come into a rest pose, otherwise known as child's pose position. You're gonna bring your knees a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And you're gonna go ahead and bring your upper body forward with your arms here on the roller. So you're gonna have your arms the roller just below the elbows, okay? So you have some space here to roll onto the lower arm. So you're gonna bring your head down. And the first thing I want you to do is reach the shoulders up by the ears as you roll the roller forward. And then you're gonna draw your shoulders down your back as you roll the roller towards your head. And you're gonna keep doing that. So this is elevating the shoulder blades and then depressing the shoulder blades as you draw them down. So you should feel quite a difference here. And you're really using those depressor muscles of the shoulders to draw them down. So just feel that work in that upper back. Last one, inhale, reach. And exhale as you lower them down. Now, I want you to keep the shoulders sliding down your back. You're going to start to inhale as you lift your chest, coming into a baby extension, or what we call swan position. And then we lower back down. So we're going to do that again. Draw the shoulders down first, and then you continue that movement with the roller as you lift through your spine. Little baby back bend, little baby extension, and you lower down. Let's do 2 more just like that. Slide the shoulders down as you roll the roller towards your head, and then continue that movement up and lower. Last one here. Inhale, draw down, lift up, and lower all the way down. All right, so you can either stick with that one, or we're gonna take it one step further for our last exercise here. So if you wanna try this next one, you'll come onto your belly fully, still keeping the roller right where it is in front of you. You're gonna bring your legs about mat distance apart, and then you're gonna bring your arms forward, still starting at that same position right below the elbows. So you're gonna start with your head down towards the mat. Belly is pulling up and away from the mat, and you're really reaching long with those legs. That's your stabilizing point. So pull that belly in, start to slide the shoulders down the back, and then you're gonna start to lift up into that little baby swan. So this one's harder here with the legs longer. You really wanna make sure you're pulling your belly away from the floor, shoulders down, collarbone is wide, and then we roll it back down. Good. Pull that belly button in, slide the shoulders down, start to lift through your heart, lift through your chest here, and then lower it down. Good. Let's do 3 more just like that. And again, if this version does not feel good for you in your back, then I want you to come back to that version with the child's pose. Let's do 2 more. Belly in, shoulders down, heart lifts, and your head is just moving in line with your spine. And lower. Last one here. Shoulders slide down first. Continue to lift up as that roller comes forward. And then lower it down. Wherever you are, go ahead and press your hands to the floor. And you're gonna go ahead and press back into a child's pose. Especially if you were in that longer position, you just wanna be able to round that lower spine here, just in case there was any tightness during that exercise. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale, breathe into your back. And exhale, release it all out. Last one, inhale, deep breath in. And exhale, release. And then start to stack your spine back up to seated as you come all the way up. And you can come back here into the center of your mat. Come to an easy seated position, whether that's on your knees or in a crisscross position, or even propped up onto your blanket again. And just do a few shoulder rolls up and back here. So hopefully you feel a little bit more looser in that upper spine, a little bit more looser in your shoulders. So you can really find this nice opening position here with your shoulders open down your back. All right. So that's going to finish up our video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. This, like I said, is number 4 in our series. We have 4 more videos coming out in our stay-at-home Pilates series. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to be notified of when those are coming out. Thanks so much again for joining me on the mat today, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Bye-bye.